Good day. We have learned from the previous video about the 2 by 2 confusion matrix or the binary classifier. Today we will be learning about the 3 by 3 classifier. So what is a 3 by 3 classifier? A 3 by 3 classifier refers to a classification model that categorizes data into one of three possible classes. In the context of a confusion matrix, a 3 by 3 confusion matrix is used to represent the performance of such model, especially when there are three distinct classes. So let's put this into an example. For our example, we have the fruit classification. A grocery store wants to automate the classification of fruits in its inventory. A machine learning model is trained to classify fruits as apple, banana, or orange, based on features like size, color, and weight. The model is evaluated on 120 fruits equally distributed among the three classes. So the predictions are as follows, but before that, let's construct first the structure of our confusion matrix. So we have here the structure of the confusion matrix, and then let's proceed now with the result of the predictions. First prediction is that there are 35 apples correctly predicted as apples. So they are our true positive under the apple class. So we have here 35. And then there are three bananas misclassified as apples. So their actual data are banana, but it was misclassified as apple. So we have here three. And then two oranges misclassified as apple. So we have here two. They are actual oranges, but the model predicted them to be apples. The next prediction is there are 36 bananas correctly predicted. So now let's proceed to the bananas class. So there are 36 bananas correctly classified or correctly predicted, and then two apples misclassified as bananas. So we have here two apples, but they are misclassified to be bananas. And we have two oranges misclassified to be bananas. So we have also here two oranges misclassified as bananas. And then for the third prediction, the model predicted 38 oranges, which are actually oranges. So we have here 38. And the next is one apple misclassified as orange. So they are actual apples, but they are misclassified as oranges. And one banana, actual banana, but misclassified to be orange. So we have now our complete confusion matrix or a 3 by 3 classifier 3 by 3 confusion matrix. Now we are going to evaluate the performance of our 3 by 3 classification model. So first, let's get the overall accuracy of the model. So let's proceed with our confusion matrix first, and then the accuracy or overall accuracy formula is true positives from the apples, bananas, and oranges classes divided by the total number of instances. So we have here our true positives. We have 38 or 35, I should say, for the apples, then 36 for the bananas, and 38 for the oranges. This is our true positive. So if we're going to look at our confusion matrix, so we have here our true positives. And then 120 here is the total number of samples seen in our confusion matrix. So we have here 109 divided by 120. So we have approximately 0.9083, or there are 90.83%. At 90.83% accuracy, the model performs well, but has room for improvement, particularly in reducing the misclassification of apples and oranges. Let's identify our true positive, false positive, and false negative first before we are going to evaluate our model performance in terms of precision, recall, and F1 score. So let's take a look at our matrix first. So we have here our matrix. Our true positives are 35. We have here our 35. They are the values of the correctly predicted as apples that were actually apples. And then we also have our false positives. In our matrix, the values of the incorrectly predicted as apples are our false positives. So as we can see, so we have 3 actual bananas here. We have 3 actual bananas that were predicted to be an apple, and we have 2 actual oranges that were predicted to be an apple. So we are going to add these 2 values. 3 plus 2, we have a total of 5 false positives. For our false negatives, we have 2 apples that were misclassified as bananas. So as you can see here, we have here actual apples that are predicted to be bananas and 1 apple that is predicted to be an orange. So we have here our Fn values. We have 2 plus 1, we have 3 false negatives. Now that we are already determining the values for our true positives, false positives, and false negatives, we can now already identify or evaluate the performance of the model for the apple class. So we have here our precision. The formula for precision is true positive divided by the sum of the true positive values and the false positives. So substituting now the values, so we have here 35 divided by the sum of 35 plus 5. So we got an approximately 0.875 for our precision in the apple class. The precision of 0.875 indicates that 87.5% of the predictions made for apples are correct. Now let's take a look at the performance of the model in terms of recall. So we have here the formula and then let's substitute it. So we have here we got 0.9211 or 92.11%. This suggests that 92.11% of actual apples are correctly identified. Now let's take a look if there are a good balance between our precision and recall. We have here the formula for F1 score. And then substituting now the values, we got an approximately 0.8978 or 89.78%, which shows a good balance between the precision and the recall. Now for our banana class, let's take a look at our confusion matrix. So true positives are 36 bananas, correctly predicted as banana. So we have here our true positive, 36. And then for our false positives, we have the 2 apples incorrectly predicted as bananas and then 2 oranges incorrectly predicted as bananas. So we have here the value. We have 2 and 2 for our false positive. So the total false positives are 4. And then for our false negatives, we have 3 bananas incorrectly predicted as apples. So we have here 3 bananas that are incorrectly predicted as apples. So we have here 3. And then we also have 1 banana incorrectly predicted as oranges. So 3 plus 1, we have a total of 4 false negatives. Now let's take a look at the performance of the model in terms of precision. So we have here the formula for precision, and then let's substitute the value. So we have 36, our true positive, divided by the true positive plus the sum of our false positives, which is 4. Then we will get an approximate value of 0.9 or 90%. So let's proceed with our recall. So the recall, we have here the formula for our recall, TP divided by the sum of TP plus false negatives. So substituting now the value, we have 36 divided by 36 plus 4. So we get an approximate value of 0.9 or 90%. Precision and recall both have 0.9, highlight a consistent performance for bananas, while we also have our F1 score. So let's substitute now the values for the formula. So we have here, when we will get an approximately 0.90 or 90%. So an F1 score of 0.9 or 90% confirms that this is, or the performance of the model is reliable. For the orange class, let's take a look again at our confusion matrix. So for the orange class, there are 38 oranges predicted as oranges that are actually correct. So we have here 38. And then we have our false positives. Our false positives are 1 apple incorrectly predicted as orange. And then we also have 1 banana incorrectly predicted as orange. So we have here 1 and another 1. So in total, we have 2 false positives. And then let's take a look at our false negatives. So false negatives, there are 2 oranges incorrectly predicted as apples. So we have here 2 oranges incorrectly predicted as apples, and then 2 oranges incorrectly predicted as bananas. So all in all, we have false negatives. The value are 4. So false negatives are 4. And then let's take a look at the performance of our model in terms of precision. So we have here the formula, TP divided by the sum of TP plus our false positive. So we have 38 here, and then 38 plus 2. We will get an approximate value of 0.95 or 95%. Then let's take a look at the performance in terms of recall. So we will get an approximate value of 0.9048. And the F1 score, we will have a value of approximately 0.9272 or 92.72%. This signifies that a precision of 0.95 indicates that predictions for oranges are highly accurate, and then the recall of 90.48% reveals a slight miss in detecting all oranges, but the F1 score of 92.72% reflects that there is a strong overall performance of the model. It means that there is a good balance between our precision and our recall. Now that we have discussed on how to create a 3x3 classifier, you can now take a look at this practice exercise and construct a confusion matrix, compute the classification metrics, the accuracy, precision, recall, or F1 score for each type of road sign, and evaluate the model's performance in terms of safety and accuracy in self-driving contexts. That's all for today's topic.